Hey everyone, and welcome back to season 3 of the Sheffield Wednesday rebuild. Welcome to episode 1. So, starting with our transfers in, mainly been focusing on bringing youth players in, searching for regens, and they've all been free transfers. So, Neumann is Max Cruz's regen, so really pleased to bring him in. Gallo comes in, will be first choice goalkeeper this season. Sparho is Edin Dzeko's regen. McDonald I thought was Banan's regen, but he's not. Patino coming, have both gone out on loan. Howley also went back out on loan. We've moved Gucic on because he was one of the players that got added last year, but he didn't fit. Arkadinia's also gone out on loan. Looking at the squad, we've got Jamie coming, so he's out on loan at Ajax for the season. Tim Boss we're looking to move on. So our first two choice goalkeepers are Svilar and Gallo, both 73 rated. I'll be focusing on Gallo because he's the younger of the two. 20-year-old goalkeeper at 73 rated should be brilliant for us. Dominguez still here from last season. He'll be first choice left wing back. Schneider we're hoping to get out on loan, whereas Torres has joined us on a free transfer. Okadina's out on loan. Kirk we've transferred to be a centre back. Garrett, Brooking are both loan listed. Santos will continue as centre back. Amaral is the new signing for centre back. Cardozo is still here from last season, 77 rated now. Fabri's up to 80 rated. Castro at right wing backs up to 77 rated with Josh Key back up. Galliano comes in as a CDM centre midfielder, 75 rated, 19-year-old, brilliant. Ben McDonald, as I said, I thought it was Banan's regen, but I checked his date of birth and it's not right, so I have to keep looking for that one. Prater's still here, 77 rated. Deli Bashiro is out on loan. Patino's moved to Crystal Palace on loan. Howley's out on loan at Nantes. Scott Twine we brought in from MK Dons as a swap with one of our youngsters. Scott continues to develop as a cam, but I'm hopefully retraining to be a CM. Russo is Ribery's regen, as you know, from last year, 80 rated. Jay Parr, one of our youth prospects, really coming along, hopefully getting him out on loan. Festi Ebaseli we brought in from Derby. He's a brilliant utility player for the wide positions. So looking forward to see him develop at the club. Neumann is going to be one of our key players this year. He'll start up front alongside JJ. Sparho, as I mentioned, was Dzeko's regen. John Jules, or JJ as I've started calling him, is 74 rated. He'll be our first choice along Neumann. And Ricky J. Jones will play backup this season. Looking at the contracts, no one out of contract at the end of the season, so nothing to worry about there. Really pleased with that. And if we look at the age gap between the oldest player is Scott Twine at 24, because hopefully we can get Tim Boss out of the club this summer. Moving on to the friendly tournament, we managed to actually win it this year with a 3-0 win over Troyes in the final. Really pleased with the extra money. And if you look at the shortlist, we've got a few players we've been scouting. The main ones I've been focusing on was Jamie Shackleton from Leeds, but he's injury prone, so I'm concerned about bringing him in. Smith, I really like the look of him, but whether we developed a bit too far. Collins and Morley are probably a bit too far off. Conde looked a decent player. He's at Norwich at the minute, so in the same division as us. Will Hughes was my main target for centre midfield, but he's just too expensive wage-wise. Tried to bring in Alanga on loan, but they wouldn't accept it, so hopefully we can keep tabs on him and maybe pick him up in the future. Iniesta's still not retired, age 39. Hopefully we can just keep an eye on him, get his regen. Chris Willock, I want to try and get us and retrain him as a striker, but JJ's been playing really well. A different Adama Traore looked really good until we found out he was injury prone, so I probably will avoid him going forward. Cole Palmer is an excellent youth prospect, and I'd love to bring him into the club because I think he'd be an excellent signing going forward. Louis Barry's still on the short list, but he's probably too far away. Vincent has stalled at West Ham. He's not quite developing as quickly as he was. Fredrik Bjork is Zlatan's regen, but he's already at Napoli, so I doubt we'll get him. Archer was another player I thought looked pretty good, but again, similar to Barry, I think he's probably too far away from where we are at the minute. Santi Munoz, obviously been on loan at Newcastle in real life. Looked like a really good player, keep an eye on him. Massey, found him through scouting. He didn't come back as good as we thought he was going to come back, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's only 18. Delapp, who we had on loan last year, I'd love to have signed him, but he's just far too expensive, and I don't think he'll be at Man City much longer. And Dapo, we've kept him on a short list, although again, we've got players who are already better than him in a position. So, on to the Cardiff game. We're going to actually watch this one together. Really pleased with the team, how it's looking. So let's see if we can get 3 points in our first game of the season at home to Cardiff City. Gallo starts in goal. Neumann starting up top with Galliano in midfield. Other than that, it's as we were from last season. So over to Derek Gray.
And now they get the ball rolling. And they need to get tighter here. Useful ball to the near post. Well, not a great ball played in. Not a good pass. Precise ball movement. Will he play it in? So a throw in here. And the last touch off the defender, so a corner coming up. The clearance wasn't decisive. Well, nothing untoward happened. Harris. That is how to put in a challenge. He's been a bit unlucky to concede the corner. No-nonsense clearance. Rowles. And just over the bar. Excellent effort it was. Firing it towards goal. And blocked for now. Denied once more. Will this corner bear fruit for them? Well, he made great contact with that one, but the goalkeeper had his own ideas. Can he put it away? A fine reading of the situation. Unable to keep the ball that time. A fine use of the ball. Promising sequence. Danger averted. Can they forge ahead? They do! And you've got to say they're good value for the lead. And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? And he's broken free. And a goal! The quick one too! And they've turned this game on its head. Well, a second goal for them here. Terrific block. And the quality of pass needs to be a bit better. On and on he goes. Defensive efficiency personified. The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Rowles. Flint now. In it goes! To reduce the deficit. Still very much alive and kicking. Well, underway again. It's a narrow 2-1 lead as things stand. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. And on the back of that particular challenge, will the referee... Oh, it's gone in! And that will be written down as an own goal. No wonder he's hanging his head. Well, an own goal that has left them trailing and flailing. Just knocking it around, looking to carve out a chance. Counter-attacking, very much an option. The delivery towards the back post. Well, the clearance half-hearted. And a goal! What a magnificent display! It's such a one-sided contest here. Well, not... too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. Ralls. Flint now. Losing possession. And on the ball, Castro. He has time to play it over. Losing possession here. Overcooked that one. Not a very complicated catch for the keeper. Neumann. It's a well-struck pass. Fed over towards the back post. Now we're inside the final 10 minutes in this one. And he did well to cut it out. Castro on the ball. Newman. And the keeper taking care of the situation. Aidan Flint. And a good-looking ball. And there it is.
So an awesome 4-1 win at home to Cardiff to kick off the first game of the season. 11 shots, 4 chances. Very, very pleased with that. Russo, John Jules, Neumann getting a goal each, along with Aidan Flint scoring an own goal. But overall the performance there was just brilliant. Really, really pleased with that. Finally, the scout report's back on Cole Palmer. He's 74 rated, decent physicals, decent technicals. Could do with getting his finishing up, but I'd love to add him into the squad. On to the youths now. Rodri Rees, our goalkeeper, his development's been really slow, and I really can't see him competing with our goalkeepers that we already have at the club. Sam Walker is continuing developing, but still a few ratings away from getting into the first team squad. But he's only 17 and his physicals are carrying on. Really, really pleased with him. Ian Guthrie is a long way from the first team. I think we're going to have to cut him. Just cut our losses on him. Sean Spencer, we've been focusing on his physicals, but he's really going to be a centre-back for us. So what we'll do is we'll switch him over to a centre-back. Hopefully we'll see a positive change there. Connor Dunn, very average winger, and since we don't play wide players particularly, he doesn't really fit. But I wanted to add him because he has some okay stats to see if we could retrain him. Emma Clark is about the same, although he's a bit worse off than Dunn is. So Clark will probably leave. Jacob Charlton's really not progressing. You know, he's had green arrows on that passing for ages, and he's still only 64 rated, 62 in passing. And Enrique Peralta, he's been here since day one, and he's still nowhere near the first team. So both him and Charlton will probably both depart fairly soon. Surprised Peralta hasn't asked for a call-up yet. Tyler Barnes could be a useful striker, maybe a winger, but again, we're looking at 70 rated players at the minute, and him and Kendall are both really far off that. So some players that could make it, most won't. Thank you for watching episode 1 of season 3. Thank you for your support. See you next time.